description.
Hey everyone! Today I'm going to be making a super cute glittery jar, and the mold I'm going to be using is a mold from Let's Resin. I will provide all of my links down below. You will also need some 91% isopropyl alcohol and some chunky glitters. These are all from Resin. I have yet to be disappointed from this company, so if you are all about the sparkle, totally check them out and use my discount code RAVEN. The first thing we're going to do is mix our part A and our part B. Some quick resin mixing tips: stir as slow as you can. This will prevent bubbles from being created in your resin, especially if you are a fast mixer. You are initially adding a ton of bubbles to your resin and you need to slow down. You will also notice as you start mixing that these threads will appear. That means your epoxy resin is not mixed thoroughly, so please continue to mix until you don't see them. If you mix slowly, it honestly takes probably close to 5 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and speed up this video. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my glitters. I'm going to start with this chunky mix that has a nice pinkish purple hue to it. And I'm also going to go ahead and add the chunky iridescent and the fine iridescent glitters. Since this is a ton of glitter, you have to stir slowly or you risk all this glitter kind of getting flipped out of the cup. Trust me, I know from experience. So although this looks way too thick and chunky, once you mix it thoroughly, it takes on a more liquid appearance. Don't forget to scrape around your cup just to get the glitter all well incorporated into your glitter mix. I decided at the last minute that I wanted the lid of my jar to be a lighter color, so I'm going to go ahead and separate a little bit of my resin mixture and add in a white fine glitter, which is also from Resin, and this is just going to make the lid just slightly lighter than the jar. And now it is time for my number one tip for preventing the glitter from sinking in your resin, and that is to let your cup set for a really long time, honestly, until it feels hot to the outside of the cup. I waited 30 minutes. I always recommend spraying 91% isopropyl alcohol in your mold first to prevent bubbles getting trapped in the lid. You're then going to want to pour a little bit of resin. Don't fill your mold up, and you're going to want to pour the resin around in the mold. And then you're going to put your index finger in the bottom of the lid mold because there is a hollow little gap there. You're going to massage the resin into all the little grooves of the lid because it has a track so that the lid actually screws on instead of just sitting on top. But you're going to want to work the resin all the way around to try to prevent bubbles getting stuck in there. They get really sharp and it really prohibits the lid screwing on tightly, and it just honestly doesn't look that great. So take your time, isopropyl alcohol, resin, massage, repeat until your mold is completely full. Now it is time to move on to the jar, and you're going to follow the same process. First, spray isopropyl alcohol, pour in a little bit of resin, and just like the lid, the mold is also hollow, so you can again put your index finger in the inside and squish it against the palm of your hand. I like to demold my lids a little early than it is recommended, and that is because it makes it easier for me to actually pop it out of the mold when I am wearing these acrylic nails. Definitely look up what your resin says is the recommended demold time, and keep in mind if you demold too early, you risk the chance of warping your lid and it will not fit on your jar. So far, I am loving how both of these have turned out. I haven't noticed too many little bubbles that are annoying, especially with this jar mold. Sometimes they get trapped on the bottom of it, but This looks so gorgeous, and I'm so happy with how this turned out. Like, check it, there's no little clear gaps anywhere, and the sparkle factor on this glitter is so mesmerizing. I am in love. Now comes the super fun part, and that is the decorating, which I am going to be using this hand-painted epoxy resin by Let's Resin. I have never used this before, so if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching!